Why worry about the Rift? It's not supposed to gobble up Arcadia for years, and I'm sure something else will kill you way before that.
Forgot the hatch was closed. The blast knocked off the miner's block, but exposed a mother lode. Accidents happen, it's part of the job. Hats off to our workers who lose part-time jobs. Progress costs an arm, a leg, or sometimes even more. But that's what you're on. Not so long ago, on a tidally locked moon, some greenhorn tripped a valve in a chemical plant gloom. Brown sludge flooded the place, the vat manager chanced a taste. He didn't survive, but now we've got instant bar slow pace. Accident happen, it's part of the job. Hats off to our workers who lose hearts on the job. Management regrets your hey, that's the way. One recent fiscal year to kick workers into gear. Auntie asked for a new stim that keeps minds crystal clear. Test subjects worked all day, but they shit out all their grades. Presenting lift off accident.
Greetings. Something new to report? Ah, well, then here are your rewards, per earlier terms discussed. I trust you'll find it all useful. Return with the remaining 5 volumes to complete the set, and I shall provide you the rarest rarities available to me.
Free Arcadia for music, entertainment, and the latest from the front lines. Sponsored by Auntie's Choice, improving lives through unfettered free trade and unbridled self.
Ain't just the Dragoon to worry about. Those turrets will also put the hurt on us if we get too close.
Rifts. Arcadia's yay-sayers and eggheads would have us think these cosmic light shows herald the end of the worlds. Poppycock. Rifts present an opportunity, not a calamity. Once someone irons out their reality-rending downside, we'll be left with...
Careful, friend. Reckon there might be a few loose raptons wandering around.
Careful of friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened. Word is Milver Street is ordering a watch on the Protectorate survivors in Westport.
Potential. Seriously, that's your job, please. And his job is to keep you motivated. The threat of extinction is the mother
Milver
of
Street is offering
invention,
bits
after all.
rewards for anything of import we can tell him. But I do love this. Come on, friends. Let's go spit our labs.
Who just lost out on a big promotion. Keep your chin up. Next time.
If you're wondering why there's so many engineers sitting here on their rears, it's because the dang Crobbles ran us out of the desalinator. Now we're stuck here on standby wages. Hope you ain't jesting with us, friend. Can't wait to get back to making full-time wages. Thank you kindly.
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it down. Pick it up, tip it up, plug it down. It's Fizzo, 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 Spectrum vodka.
Let's not waste each other's
Peddle
time.
your wares elsewhere.
Red and green and black and blue. Milky white and orange. Yellow, deep and violet. Spectrum makes you smile. Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it down. Pick it up, tip it up, plug it down. It's Fizzo, 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 Spectrum vodka.
By the research lab at the former site of the Eden's Bounty Agri Center. You must help me. You must.
Scout report. Yes, sir. Looks like the repairs. Mind your own business interests. Hello. And goodbye.
You can find me in the renovated grain silo. Help me formulate a cure. Hello? Calling out to any random non-kill crazed.
You crave more colors through the gauntlet down.
Now Spectrum vodka comes in brown.
All the colors don't drink it.
Just sit back and drink it, drink it.
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it down. Drink it up, tip it up, plug it down. It's Fizzo's, Fizzo's, love Fizzo's, Fizzo's, Spectrum vodka.
Potential standing by with life support.
Drink it, drink it up, plug it down. It's Fizzo's, Fizzo's, love Fizzo's, Fizzo's, Spectrum vodka.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Your employee handbook to determine if dancing is presently.
Ready to waste them on your command. outside of a freighter. Place is in shambles. What happened here?
I've counted at least 6 horrendous death screams since you arrived. You must be affected as well. You there? Oh, you're likely affected too, aren't you? Scream twice for yes. Could it be? You seem an honest-to-goodness rational human being, unhindered by bloodlust, unshackled from their basal ganglia. Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, under Outbreak Provision 5A, I hereby press you into service to aid me in our present crisis. I, Elmet Ormsby, Product Envisioner, Department of Proprietary Methodology and Audacious Advances, am your interim supervisor. Oh, all that pleading and the like. Yes. Well, it's only my second time trapped in a laboratory basement, and I do admit, I did panic just a little. But back to the exciting news about this incredible new opportunity. You working for me, as an aide-de-camp of sorts, on a brief yet no doubt exhilarating assignment. Assuming success, your fee will be based on the length of your involuntary impressment, dangers from exposure to undisclosed hazards, etc. It should be quite fair. Don't focus so much on monetary compensation. Think of the goodwill you'll earn with Auntie's choice. We have vision and we are going places, this project especially. You see, our lab is a far cry from the others. You're part of something bigger here. The individual not only thrives, but shines even more brightly with the help of their brethren. It all requires a certain devotion. In the end, it's really quite in the best interests of everyone's careers. A rising tide raises all boats, as they say. Well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down indirect coronium synthesis method, don't you think? Oh dear. It's occurred to me this might benefit to some extent from medical training. Are you perhaps someone well versed with pharmacological matters? Tremendous. Well then, before we roll up our sleeves and determine what's needed, any questions? We'll need two things: fresh samples of the red spores and the findings from the expedition that originally uncovered them. After that, an antidote should be possible in relatively short order, with your skilled assistance, of course. Spore samples may be taken from a red plant indigenous to an area of tall rock formations northwest of here, ingeniously referred to as the Red Spire. The research team's findings are on a terminal in another building on these same grounds, a satellite lab to this one, if you will. Once we have an antidote firmly in hand, we can save my remaining colleagues, so best not murder them all in the meantime.
Edwin here. Field report update. We are approaching the Raptidon den. These beasts have exhibited excessive irritability as of late. We endeavor to determine why. Surely the red spores aren't to blame. Windborne spores lack the catalytic agent of our food additives. Only way to be certain is to gather a stool sample. Simple enough. A routine task for the audacious advances.
Confronting threat.
Emergency protocols ready.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when. Come at me.
Foraging time's over. We should have what we need.
My most favorite, least homicidal subordinate. How's all our fieldwork progressing? Absolutely gorgeous. Look at you. And to think I just forcibly coerced the first gormless dunderhead who walked by and found you. Lucky me. Now, first things first. Place the data cartridge in the drawer for me, right here, in the slot below my intercom. Insert that data cartridge for me, in the slot below my intercom. Allow me to give this a cursory eyeball and... perfect! I'm sure we have the correct neutralizing agent here in the lab. I'll nose out the exact compound within our chemical reserves in 2 shakes of a rat's tail. Always fortuitous to have ready access to a key chemical agent nearby. This might work out yet. Auntie may ignore our recent setbacks if I deliver an easy-to-market product. Just imagine the ad slogans. Air, now with extra fractiousness. Though, I suppose it only works on other Auntie's Choice employees, not our preservative-free rivals. Oh, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Now we must formulate an antidote. If we're able to save my remaining subordinates, they can help us rush this product to market. Normally, I'd say perfection can't be hurried, but... there. I have determined the ideal counteragent. Here you are. Place it and the spore samples into that synthesizer. Enable the device and it will begin a working antidote momentarily. Return with it directly as soon as it does, if you please. I cannot wait to put this entire sordid affair behind us. Though in the end, this should turn out to be quite a lucrative day. I saw you working the chemical synthesizer. I presume you were successful in creating an antidote? Nice try. But you don't possess nearly the negotiating power you might suspect. Not when I can simply bide my time and wait for another gormless dunderhead to stumble by. Why, let that thick-headed boob amble off with your reward. Not budging? Oh, all right. I suppose I'd be willing to throw in a little extra as a merit bonus for your superlative performance. Wonderful, wonderful! Knew you seemed a bankably reliable sort. All right. I am activating the air filtration system. There. Should only take a few moments for the antidote to circulate. Everyone still alive should be right as rain shortly. Marvelous. You'll find your remuneration in the chest behind me. My supervisor will hear of your actions. Oh, and before I forget, I, Omid Ormsby, under the power granted me by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, hereby free you from impressed service to Auntie's Choice. Be seeing you.
Typical Auntie's Choice. Moving fast and breaking things.
full of friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us. A real code.
We're closed. Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan. Obviously, as the result of the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan. I don't know. I'm no scientician. Why are you asking? Who are you?
The people she tried to kill.
By the architect. I had no idea. I wish I could say it was unbelievable. I was afraid she was becoming a danger to herself and to others. But this is horrifying.
Yeah, imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
And how are you going to do that?
That ain't something you ought to be concerning yourself about.
If you think I'm going to help you do what I think you're talking about, you are deluded.
I may be deluded, but you're lucky you ain't dead. Seeing how she seems partial to using her friends as victims.
Does she? It occurs to me that you have provided no proof of what you're accusing her of.
Why don't you take a long look at me? This is all because she betrayed us. Her team, her friends, even the one whose life she saved in Triangulum.
By the architect. You're Niles, aren't you? She mentioned you a few times, but refused to elaborate. All I knew was that she was fond of you, and that you were dead.
She was fond of me? Then why? Why would she try to kill me?
I can't say, but it may be one of the things she anguished over. An anguish I fear finally overwhelmed her, and could likely be what's driven her to her present course of action. I don't know where she is. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going to do something terrible. But I just don't know what. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor. How did... You saw her terminal, didn't you? Victor's an Order archivist. We were all friends for a time. But then, shortly before the schism, they started talking to some others inside the Order. That's when things became tense. I started to become uneasy, scared, really. She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me. Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. It was the one where capitalist fanatics brought complete destruction upon Arcadia. But
You know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Didn't matter to DeVries, though. She just kept going over it and over it. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That and the invasion itself set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again. She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. She never slept, didn't talk to anyone if she could avoid it. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. Or worse. We became friends when she... well, she saved me. I'd said something without thinking. Must have been distracted. We all know to watch every last word we say. For some reason, she interceded on my behalf with an arbiter. And she convinced him he didn't hear what he actually did. No one does that. Void, I didn't think anyone could.
She ain't the only one.
It's difficult to explain. She spoke about things in unfamiliar ways. I felt her words to be freeing, at first. But slowly, I began to feel unmoored, doubting everything I ever knew. She said learning the truth of things was worth it. But now I question whether her truth was just more of her penchant to sow chaos, no matter who may be caught in her schemes. Some days I wish I'd never listened to her at all. Others, I can't help but miss her. Even with everything.
Know a little something about that, too.
I did try to. Once. After the corporatists invaded Paradise Island and took over Fairfield. They seemed to let anyone in there. Some boisterous fellow even tried to recruit me. No. Nearest I could surmise, she'd left just prior to the fall of Fairfield. I'm ashamed to admit, I did break into her safe. She used the same code for everything. 15-778.
That is Agent DeVries' identification code, Commander.
She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty. What do you mean? It was where she worked, one of the Protectorate's communications hubs. She didn't speak of it much, at least to me. She may have spoken to Victor about it. No. But it had to be someone's fault, right? The Protectorate couldn't possibly have failed to safeguard the colony. And they had to answer the accusations the Order leveled at them. I know I've no right to ask this of you, but when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell, but I know there's still hope for her. That's all I can ask.
Gary anywhere?
No, he went off to relieve.
I don't care where they post me, as long as it's as far from those horrifying rifts as possible.
Do you?
He couldn't be that literal. Okay.
I mean, it is Gary.
I don't care where they post me, as long as it's as far from those horrifying rifts as possible.
Anyone got lamps on Schultz? Anyone? Floyd be damned. Sallying into the wire like that with nary a wish in her pocket? What was she thinking? Did I not make clear our orders to hold the line here regardless of provocation? Should my instructions have been more robust? Perhaps assisted by pictures?
I'm afraid there's more bad news, Commander. She also took Scrabbles, sir.
Would that he'd done her more good. Seems Calamity has claimed 2 good soldiers today. You there. I don't normally sanction nameless passers-by giving ear to my private discourse. That right. Earth Directorate. Not many would claim such affiliation these days. None from Arcadia have the knowledge to lie about it. What's your business at the Vox? Sounds serious. Were it in my power to offer aid, you'd have it. Alas. Whatever your purpose, I feel a contractual obligation to warn you against setting a heel past this base. If you go any further, you go alone and at your own peril. No Anti's forces are permitted beyond the forward position upon pain of disemployment and possible litigation. Our orders are to sit and mind the store for as long as need be. First Officer Schultz's decision to enter the minefield was not sanctioned, approved, or encouraged. Frankly, I have no idea why she defied orders. Schultz was a good soldier, admirable sense of duty, less than optimal eyesight. Her loss will be felt in this unit. If only she had recognized the merits of our post. By steadfastly holding the line here, we forestall any retribution the Protectorate would seek to inflict upon Fairfield. And we will continue said watch until orders change. I'd thank you to affix some ballast to that name when you speak it. Scrabbles has been integral to this unit's success for years. Outsiders may see him as a toy, but we've bled alongside that stuffed sprat. He's damn near family. Schultz obviously knew the risks and hoped he'd protect her through the minefield. Alas, even Scrabble's power has limits. Still would help morale to get him back, though. I'll pardon your skepticism given your lack of acquaintance, and say only this. Ask not what Scrabbles achieves for us, but what we can achieve with him. Huh. I half believed you meant that offer. Unless you weren't being playful. I confess, the challenge of holding the forward position does not satisfy, as might a straight-on tussle. But I would prefer to avoid staining my reputation by participating in such a needless blunder. Carr was, shall we say, non-ambiguous with her orders. Far be it from me to speak poorly of a superior, but I have pondered over her choices as of late. She's been sullen about sharing her strategy, too. Still, however brightly my star burns, I remain in her orbit. She is my superior officer. I defied her once, and I received the verbal tanning of a lifetime for it. I will take action when action is appropriate, and I'd suggest you modulate your tone more appropriately the next time we speak.
Protocols not yet charged. Requested assistance currently unavailable. Negative. Pharmaceutical reload in progress. Apologies. Emergency protocols unready.
Stay out of the minefield if you value your limbs. I'll be spaced. Scrabbles! And hardly the worse for wear! You've no grasp of what his return means to this unit. Scrabbles was originally a gift from my daughter. He fought with us during the Consolidation War and has seen this squad through every hard deployment since leaving Tau Ceti. He's also packed with some of the finest grade stimulants this side of legal. Here, for your trouble. Livener like that comes in handy when you're in a pinch. While we appreciate you returning Scrabbles, you'll not provoke me into a course of unwise action if that's your aim. I will take action when...
Not ready. Please try again later.
That ain't yours.
Protocols not yet charged.
Feels good to be back in the South, don't it, Val? Kind of reminds me of our days in Nix's orbit, dodging protectorate patrols. You remember that?
Error. Memory not found.
Ah, well. That's all right, Val. I'll just have to do the remembering for both of us.
Sequencing attack strategies.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Introducing Auntie's new line of specialty drinks for the discerning consumer.
Ah, hell. I've stood this post. Exposed so many times I can do it in my sleep.
You don't let the bosses upstairs hear you. Say that.
Take the pressure off. Anti-fizzles.
You ever find yourself with too much disposable income? I got plenty of ideas on how to